Hello, I'm FX and welcome back to Q&A Saturday. This is a weekly series where I answer your questions from the previous week's Q&A video. This is a fun once-a-week opportunity for me to have a back and forth with you about your biggest questions regarding life, the universe, and of course, Minecraft updates. And things have gone a little bit wild on this series recently. We started removing the A section of Q&As and just making up my own answers to do with the cave update. Then we started removing the Q and we ended up with Ann Saturday, and things just got a little bit too far. So let's go back to our regular Q&A and let's do something a bit fun I've wanted to do for a while, and let's answer all of the comments, or at least as many comments as I humanly can in order of top sorted by YouTube from the previous Q&A or from the previous Ann Saturday, I guess. And let's just dive into your comments and respond to them like this, because I've never really done a Q&A in this format, and I hope you all do enjoy it. First, though, I'd like to quickly give you a word from our sponsor, the Cave Update. That's right, by going to bit.ly/caveupdate, bit.ly/caveupdate, you can get yourself 15% off your first vote for the Cave Update. Would you like the Cave Update to be in Minecraft? Of course you would. Well, that's something you can do by going to bit.ly/caveupdate and voting for the Cave Update now. Hurry while stocks last, because eventually they will remove that from the site, right? Anyway, with that said, let's dive straight into this week's Q&A. Actually, you know, being in a cave is nice, but let's go ahead and let's go old school on this one. Oh, look at that, the cave is vanishing. Oh, the cave is still in my chair though, apparently. Anyway, let's do this with a blue background to show that it's like the old form of Q&A, and let's start with the top voted comment on Ann Saturday, the last Q&A we did, and this comes in from Lucas King, who just says, just to get something off my chest, puts on chest plate. And I love when background gameplay perfectly synchronizes with something I say. I will admit right now, the gameplay in the background usually is pre-recorded, and that's because I like to play Minecraft. I record that. If I have some fun with it, I use that as a background of this, and I can focus all my attention on comments like yours and my witty response, which is nice. And other witty responses, like my one to this next question, which is Radioactive Grump 1. Again, we're going to be trying to answer as many of these as we can, so 2 questions in. We're doing pretty good, almost regular Q&A standard here. Guy minding his own business. Toycat, hey, do you eat regularly? Guy minding his own business. Yeah, I do. Isn't it weird how the weather not only affects me, but also affects you and everyone else in the area? And that is actually, it's ridiculous, right? Imagine someone coming up to you and saying, do you eat regularly? And isn't it weird how the weather affects all of us? Because, we're all in the same area. But that's what small talk is. That's what my point was basically there. Small talk is something which I understand the actual purpose of. I used to be like anti-small talk all the time. Let's do big talk, But I think small talk does have its value. But people who do small talk to strangers they're never going to speak to again. Like when you're in the elevator, the elevator, talk or whatever. That's the worst thing in the world. I am not a fan of small talk to strangers. I think it should be considered cruel and unusual punishment. And hopefully, my little example right there, you might be making fun of me, and everyone else is as well, including myself, for hearting it. But it is something I'm definitely like, I will die on this hill that small talk is a bad thing. The third question, okay, here we go. We're getting into the juicy numbers now. Why Not says, I love how Toycat takes an extremely simple concept and then turns into a full-blown rant/conversation/question and rambles about it for 3 minutes. And isn't that what Q&A Saturday is basically all about? Yeah, it's a bit weird because, Q&A Saturday was always like a jumping off point, and then we removed the Q&A and made it Ann Saturday. It was just like, oh yeah, now I can just use anything I want in that question as the jumping off point. Because, again, I think there are some really interesting conversations to be had in any given week, and I think it's kind of, I'm glad that people seem to like it, it seems, based on all these comments and things like that. But yeah, the next question here comes in from Kyla, who has the cat emoji next to her name, which means that she's a member on the channel. That's how you know someone's a cool cat. That's right, they joined the Cool Cat Club, which has some branding issues, I will admit. Anyway, they say IBX Toycat makes entertaining content out of literally no content. And then it's sunglasses and then this. Do I have sunglasses around here, actually? I always buy so many pairs of sunglasses, but then I can never actually, find them when I need them. So this is the only pair of sunglasses I can find right now. It's not the right one from the meme, but this is the exact thing this comment is doing. Do you like this? Is this high quality Q&A content? I hope it is, because we're going to move into the next question, which comes in from Green, who says, commenting to improve Toycat's placement in the algorithm, and we have to give some points to this man, right? Like, here's the thing about most YouTubers. Most YouTubers know that there are certain things that helps the algorithm. It's like watch time these days, and it used to be likes and comments. Now we're not so sure. It doesn't seem to be as big of a thing, but the fact that, I'm very transparent about what I like to do, a lot of YouTubers just like, hey, make sure you smash the like, because that's the only way you can see the rest of us. They kind of trick you in that way. I like when people are just like, hey, you know, you're transparent with us, we'll be transparent with you. I don't really, you know, need to leave a comment. I don't have a question or anything, but I would like to help you out. And it looks like 200 people like that as well. I like that kind of transparent back and forth about all this sort of stuff. So thank you, Mr. Green. He's a cat and he's got like a chef, or is that a villager in his picture? I don't know what's going on there, but I'm a big fan regardless. The next question thing, or comment I guess, comes in from Nils, who says, Toycat went from can you beat Minecraft without to can you make a video without? And that's like sadly too true, right? I mean, in a good way. I have been enjoying like YouTube so much, just basically goofing around and being like, you know what if we just made a video without any of the core requisites that made it work? And it seems a lot of people are liking that too. So I guess that's probably a good thing. Or maybe it's not. Who knows what's what in 2019 YouTube? Well, I know I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I'm glad you are as well. Ender55 says, realizes thumbnail has old Minecraft textures. Here's the thing about new and old textures, I literally can't spot the difference anymore. I'm so used to both that I can barely tell, like, for instance, if we magically turn into the cave update, oh, we can't do that. I guess I can make my chair into the cave update. If you look at the cave update, which is very much my chair, you can see how that's the old textures, but like, how noticeable is it? To me, maybe I'm just bad at texture spotting because I've played the game, not the textures, but my brain just sees past it and I can't even spot the difference, which is kind of weird. But you know, embarrassing mistake regardless, I guess. Next question, or thing is from some random guy who says, Toycat, why 1.15 won't be a cave update? Also Toycat, 1.15, capes and cave update. All we have to do is replace the P in capes and then we've got a cave update, right? But no, yeah, here's the thing, 1.15, it's not a cave update, despite the nice words from our sponsor, but it might be an underground update. It might be the underground and pound update, or the destroy and defend update, because you're destroying and you're defending, you know, because we know there's some combat changes coming at some point in the future. Like, you can see how, like, all these fun ideas, they could all come together, and, you know, we could have we don't need to have a cave update to have a cave update. And that sounds like I'm being crazy, you know, like, writing about, you know, like that meme of the guy who has the crazy conspiracy theory. But it sounds like I'm that, but I think it's a reality, and I think it's something we need to realize. So, next, you know, thing comes in from Kolu guy, yeah, who says, on Java, you can just buy an Optifine cape, and because 95% of people use Optifine, most people will see it, and 95% of people don't use Optifine. I think in like the hardcore community, it's probably close to that. But yeah, it's definitely a small percentage of people that ever see that. And you know, it's when you want to buy something to show off, you want to make sure everyone sees it. When you buy a really nice car, you don't park it in a garage. You're that awful person who's like driving around real fast, being like, look, I spent money on this thing that's very fast depreciating in value. And in the same way, when you buy a cape, you want that exact same feeling. You want everyone to be like, you went to an event and or paid a lot of money. Look at this guy right here. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that you want everyone to see your silly purchases, and it's a weird part of human psychology, but it is a part of human psychology. Always Soft says, no one, literally no one, not a single person. Toycat, okay, but cave update. I take offense to this comment. Next one is Edward Rowlett. Toycat's channel anniversary is in just 2 days. Hey, that's minus 5 days now. I don't know how working out like where that'd be relative to. Actually, minus a lot more than 5 days now. So there's an interesting thing for you. Toycat's channel. It's now officially 10. This many years old. That's, if I have to count the next year, I have to like get another finger. I have to grow another finger just to show you how many years my channel is old. Actually, wait, I could just do this, couldn't I? You know, growing another finger sounds better though. But yeah, Toycat's channel turned 10, and it's weird because that means I was 13 when I started the channel, and like I have so many questions about like, I can't relate to 13-year-old me at all, in the same way that 13-year-old me can't relate to, you know, 3-year-old me. Will I be able to understand and like, would I be able to get along with 33-year-old Toycat? Probably not, right? So in 10 years, who knows, I'll be young on this channel, but I'll look at this video and be like, why did you do that? Why did you decide to answer as many questions as you could? The Q&A is already long enough, Toycat. They're already 10 to 20 minutes. You didn't need to make it longer. But with that said, let's go into the next question thing. Most of these aren't questions, I guess, because it's and Saturday. Marimaniac says, honestly, I wish there was a Minecon cape again. Or there were Minecon capes again. But without Minecon, there's no real way to do them. You could give them to everyone who attends the live stream, but then you just have a cape that everyone has. The idea of the Minecon cape was you were one of the dedicated few who spent the money, who flied to the... You flied. Why is flied not a word? I feel like flied must be a word. Who flew to the other side of the world and, you know, did your thing. So, yeah, Minecon capes again. You gotta fly to the other side of the world if you want one of those, I'm afraid. Minecraft 1.15, the combat and wombat update confirmed. I like this. You know what, Gecko? I like you and your thing. Next one is from Lego King KD, who says, 1116, let's block you. Get it? Because it's Minecraft blocks. Sigh, I'll go back to my hole now. I have made this joke many times before in Minecraft. I even, again, this is like long gone now. I used to have a podcast called like Get Blocked, and the idea was like Minecraft podcast. It didn't work, by the way. It was a like multi-person thing. There was a whole bunch of issues of that, like, and many more have arisen since. But yeah, fun fact, I had a I thought that was a clever thing at one point, but I made that joke 6 years ago, and even I hate it now. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing, which comes in from Goose, who says, unsubscribe. You won't, you coward. Losing subscribers faster than James Charles. And I was actually expecting to lose a lot of subscribers from that, and I thought that'd be a good thing. Like, if you're watching this video and you don't want to be subscribed, you know what? Feel free to unsubscribe. Don't even feel free. I encourage you to unsubscribe. So I was like, okay, how many subscribers did I lose that day? And I didn't, you know, the net gain on YouTube was positive. I think I gained 700 subscribers, which is pretty, you know, that's a lot of people who decided to subscribe, so thank you. So then I decided, let's dive into the stats and let's work this one out for sure. So here is my YouTube analytics page. Again, it's kind of, a lot of YouTubers keep it secret, but like, I'll be transparent about as much as I can here. Here you can see in the last 30 days up there, we have gained 40,000 subscribers. But the story behind subscriber counts is a bit more complex than a lot of people will lead you to believe, because if you actually look closer, you'll see how like, oh, so even though you gained 40,000 subscribers in the last 30 days, you actually gained 53,000, it's just you lost 13,000. All YouTube channels are constantly losing subscribers, it's just they're usually gaining subscribers at a faster rate. So for example, we gained 53,000 subscribers in the last 30 days, but we lost 13,000. And looking at the subscriber losses, I was really interested in this graph because I figured it'd be fairly steady, like every day 400 people are just like, you know, I've decided Toy Cat channel is not for me anymore. What the heck is And Saturday? What is mining stone for 90 minutes? Like, a lot of people tweet me and they say, I hate this, I don't get the joke, and I'm subscribing. There are a lot of people like that for every video, and it's like, okay, so you see unsubscriptions every day, but then you see this day right here, and it's like, so this is where most people unsubscribe. I decided to look back in my archives to find which video it was. It was the GeoGuessr one. As it turns out, a lot of people really don't like GeoGuessr. 1,000 people unsubscribed that day, 1,280 to be precise. That is a huge number of people that just decided, you know, I'm out from this channel. You made one video about geography in the real world, etc. Or maybe they're just offended, you know, that I got their country wrong. I'm not sure what it was, but a lot of people unsubscribed that day. So, fun fact is Toycat. Then the second most was on 5/19, but on the day of the Q&A, which, just in case you're curious, checking on the Windows calendar, which in case you're curious was Saturday the 25th of May, we lost 428 subscribers, which is less than the average. If you look, we lost 13,300 over the month, so the average would be a little bit over that, and we lost, again, normal number of subscribers, given that it was a weekend too, and it seems as though the previous Saturday, I think that would be the 19th, right? Yeah, the previous Saturday we lost more subscribers, whichever day that was, and that's kind of crazy to me that even though I literally told people to unsubscribe, very few people did. So, I don't know, maybe that's a good way to gain subscribers, because looking at the numbers for that, actually wait, no, I didn't gain many subscribers that day either. A lot of people were like, I'm gonna subscribe to this guy, and then I told you to unsubscribe, and it's like, well, let's not even bother with that. So maybe that's the lesson we've learned right here. But yeah, fun fact, month of May, we gained 40,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who made that happen, I guess. But let's go right back to the comments, and in case you're curious as to how I'm looking at this, this is the way. But yeah, let's go further down through these. Because that guy was wrong, Mr. Goose. Anyway, High Priest Wololo says, chickens are the best meat birds. Toycat 2019. Wololo, also 2019. It's correct, right? Like, of all the birds we use for meat, chickens are the best. You know, like, a lot of people like to think like chickens are their whole own animal. They're these wonderful creatures with their own thoughts and feelings. Nah, chickens are meat birds. Like, you can argue pigs are intelligent. You can argue cows are intelligent. But chickens are definitely, I mean, maybe they're intelligent in some way. But chickens are literally animals that we took from the wild. We bred and we bred and we bred again so that they live for a really crazy short amount of time. They grow up crazy fast. They get way too fat to exist in the wild, and then they die and they give us tasty chicken. It's awful that we did that as humans, you might argue, but the fact that chickens are meat birds sounds ridiculous, but it's just a fact. Like, oh yeah, we've got pigs, we've got dolphins, we've got intelligent animals, and then we have birds that exist for meat, and that is where the chickens are in that spectrum. So with that said, let's move into the next thingamajiggy, which is Wesley NG saying, this is not a comment. Me, laugh. Toycat starts talking about some philosophical stuff that I can't understand. And I guess that is what Ansaste basically was. I know I like to dive a little bit into the deeper realm of every question. Like I said, small talk, not a big fan of. Big talk, big fan of. Huge talk, ginormous talk, biggest questions in the universe, like when are we all gonna die? Is dying painful? Is dying real? Are we alive right now? What makes us alive? What is consciousness? These are the big questions that you should be asking over brunch and in the elevator. But yeah, with that said, let's move to the next question, which, or thingamajig, which comes in from Kira Downer, who says, love this Q&A series because they're always hilarious, and this is the sort of question I like to see. By the way, there's a response to that just says, and. Because this is the And series that you watched. You must be confused, Kira Downer. But no, thank you very much. I like, there's not much, it's not cool to just be supportive on the internet, but when someone just says something nice and they say it in a well-written way without, spelling mistakes and stuff, it's just like, hey, someone appreciates me. Thank you, Kira Downer. Your name is Kira Downer, but that comment sure wasn't one of those, because, like, Downer's a bad thing. You should be called, wait, let me try that again. You should be called Kira Upper, am I right? There we go, that's beautiful. Anyway, with that said, let's move on to the next thingamajiggy, which comes in from, this literally just broke my mind. How do words work good? See, you can do an answer, everyone should start to question the very nature of the conversation they're having. When you do that, you'll have a much better time, in my opinion. The Raiders asks, why would I ask you a question? You shouldn't ask me a question. Get out of here. Then we've got Cyan named Rect, who says, Bedrock does have capes. In 2016, it got the same skin packs, capes, skin pack, and legacy console, and the only skin pack on Bedrock that used to have capes but no longer does is the Greek mythology mashup. However, here's the thing, right? So the Greek mythology mashup, having its capes removed, kind of shows that they're willing to take capes from the console edition, because they're a legacy feature, but they weren't ever willing to, add capes again. My point in that video was not, oh yeah, capes don't exist in any form. My point was, there are no capes which you can buy and sell and have on any skin like they exist in Java. So yeah, that's kind of the point I was making there. Some people, I like saying named Rect, he's a long-term subscriber, but some people like to take a point and then get pedantic in the side notes that miss the point of why I'm making the point. Like, if I say, is the universe real? And you could say, yes, the universe is real. And it's like, well, the question was more important than the answer. Actually, no, I don't even know what I'm saying there. This is Q&A Saturday. Who needs to know what I'm saying? This is just hashtag content, am I right? Because that's what Q&As exist as, right? They're just the lazy content you can make any given day on your channel. Speaking of any given day on the channel, Mr. Semitic Accountant, which I'm very concerned by this name and picture. I'll assume it's a genuine, not like some confusing troll. But he says, you should upload the next one on a different weekday and just call it And that's a good point. We removed the A from Q&A Saturday, we removed the Q from Q&A Saturday. Why don't we remove the Saturday from Q&A Saturday? That is a beautiful idea. I've decided we're gonna have our next And series. It's gonna be on a random day. It's not gonna be Saturday, or maybe just to throw you off, And can be on Saturday anyway. Because if it can be on any day of the week, it might land on a Saturday regardless. Who knows for sure? But I have decided just now, just based on this one comment from Semitic Accountant, we are totally doing And as my next series, and that can be like peak Q&A Saturday. Just answering questions, and they're not even going to come from last week's Q&A. They'll come from any time in the last year, and I won't be answering the questions. I'll just be answering parallel questions. This is a terrible idea. I'm totally doing it, and it's coming to you in 2019. Sometime probably, maybe 2020. Who knows when it's coming? No one knows when it's coming because it's not a weekly series. So yeah, look forward to the next And video on this channel. But also you should look forward to this next question from Cesar Ponce, who says, I'm a simple man. I see IBX Toycat has uploaded a new video. I click. And again, see, what a nice, I mean, it's a meme phrasing, but what a nice supportive comment. We've got this next comment from, my penis is absolutely tiny, but see, this abuses the concept of the thing. I'm like, I'll answer every question that has, in order of the most upvoted, and then this guy makes me say that, but too true, right? Too true. These ridiculous videos are why I'm subscribed. And I'm glad that you like And. Again, it used to be And Saturday, but now it's And. Look forward to the next one. It's coming sometime in 2019. Who knows, though? Could be 2020. Who knows if it ever comes out? Like, that's the beauty of And. It comes at you right when you least expect it. But with that said, let's move into the next question, which says, again, these aren't questions. I'm just so used to that being my generic Q&A Saturday jump. Still subscribed, Toycat. You can't get rid of me that easily, says Dreadcold. Now that is the sort of comment I'm all about. I don't know what that emoji is. Like, is he fuming at the nose, or like, I don't know what he's doing there, but thank you, Mr. Dreadcold. Jemima P says, hey Toy Cat, I never use notifications because 95% of the time I watch YouTube on my PS4. But I watch most uploads, please don't kill me. Nah, here's the deal, even if you're on your PlayStation 4, 95% of the time, go on your mobile app just the one time, or your PC, or whatever else, hit that bell anyway, and then it should alter the way the algorithm works with you. Again, if you don't want to see my videos, that's fine. Unsubscribe, you coward, but if you do want to alter the frequency at which it shows up, hitting notifications does seem to do that. At least right now, YouTube 2019, based on my testing. So yeah, pro tips of Toy Cat. I'm not gonna force you or say you need to, but I will say it's a useful way. If you want to see more Toy Cat videos, you want to guarantee you don't miss them. Because if you miss one video, then YouTube's like, well, clearly you hate Toy Cat videos now. Let's not show you the next one. And maybe it's just because you were gone that day or something. It's something you should always be careful of. But you know, I think that you should watch my videos because I'm me. I have a huge interest in you doing so. Do what you think is best for you always. Anyway, with that said, why is Toy Cat the best leader? Why does Sweden own Greenland? From a Swedish Pexit supporter. What is a Pexit? Like Poland exit from the... Are you trying to get Poland to leave the European Union, maybe? Or maybe they should just get out of, like, places in general. Like, man, these Polish people should sure exit this McDonald's I'm in. It's crowded. I'm not sure what Pexit can mean. But yeah, why does Sweden own Greenland? They don't own Greenland. Denmark owns Greenland. And yeah, is this a troll comment? I mean, he spelled white wrong twice, so I'll just say, you know what, Sweden owns Greenland because... sorry. Sweden owns Greenland because they don't own Greenland. There we go. Problem sorted. So, next thingamajiggy is Dave Octavius saying, hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat. I love that intro, Lamau. I do not think that was the correct way to write it. Here's the thing. So many people still can't understand my intro. It's just like, hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat. What is not understandable about that? What is it about the words I'm saying right now that you can probably understand, but you can't understand hello, my BX Toy Cat? Because so many comments all the time. It's like, should I speak mouth speak at the camera like, hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat. My teeth aren't very good, are they? I'm British. What can I do about that? So yeah, that said, I don't know what category next Saturday is, but how was your day, Toy Cat? Or maybe, how was your day, Toy Cat? Or possibly, how was your day, Toy Cat? Insert update title. How was your day, Toy Cat? TU83 confirmed, you say? Wow, what a good question. Let's put that in the next Q&A. Good one, Mr. TWD. That's some... again, because a lot of people realize, like, the Q&As are also mixed of, like, update talk, mixed of, like, universe talk. It's a weird time on the Q&A Saturday, but some random guy on the internet agrees that he misread the title and thought it said democracy in the Underground update. And as we've been through before, I'm not a big fan of democracy. I mean, I'm actually a big fan of democracy. I think it's the least worst system we have right now. So yeah, I would never name a video after democracy. I don't think, at least. I hope we're not doing democracy anytime soon. Oh no, I did the democratic server. We've got democracy all done on the channel. I ran the most democratic server in the world. We showed how democracy is the best system. Then we've got Wither saying, Q&A Saturday, what is your favorite Minecraft boss? And Saturday, Toy Cat is yes. So yeah, my favorite Minecraft boss... No, this is a silly question. I hate this question because it's like, what do I say? The Ender Dragon or the Wither? Like, there aren't many choices for this. It's not a creative question. It's just like, what do you prefer, red or blue? And it's like, I mean, maybe blue, but like, what does that even mean? I mean, clearly I prefer blue, right? So yeah, you know, I'm going to veto this question. Veto, Mr. Wither, your thing has been vetoed, although Toy Cat is yes, thank you very much. So the weird quirkiness of these videos is exactly why I watch And Saturday, genius. Sorry, the series is called And now. The Saturday bit is defunct from a long time ago. Do you guys even remember when it was called And Saturday? That was so long ago, like, I don't think that ever was a thing, actually. I think it was always And, now that I think about it. So, yeah, thank you, Maja is forging. 242, what is still a question word, Toy Cat? I can't believe you'd do something like this. This is an outrage. Yeah, that's a good point. For next week's And, or for next year's And, for the next And that does happen, whenever that is, I think we should totally remove the what's, the where's, the why's. We should just take down the information on the question and maybe put it out of order as well. You know, there are some great ideas in this question, your boy Daniel. I'm sorry, this is the biggest controversy on the channel. I'm gonna have to do one of those like fake apology videos, like, I didn't want to make this video, but I mean, it turns out I said what, and some people are offended because they think I said what. Anyway, I'm sorry now. Please give me money. Keep watching my videos. So next question comes in from GeoPlayer123, who says, I joined a Discord server, and it turns out everyone on it watched Toycat as well. Sorry, no questions allowed. I mean, that is crazy. There we go. That's the sort of affirmative question thing I'm talking about. Yeah, it's crazy actually, the resurgence in like just random people who like have watched Toycat and then stopped and then came back into it. It's crazy how many people like that there are overworld who are just like, oh yeah, I watch you. It turns out like my friend's like boss was like a fan of mine. It's like, oh man, that's an uncomfortable position to be in. I don't like that people know who I am in any sense context of that word, but it is cool for you if you join a random server and everyone watches Toycat, and it's probably good for me on a business level. So I like business. Oh, I'm in Taiwan right now as I record this. Fun fact of Toycat. So yeah, that's something that's only possible because your whole Discord server knows who I am. Wait, I want to take a brief intermission from the video to remind you that you should totally check out the Cave Update, bit.ly/Cave Update, link down below, get 25% off your next Cave Update. But yeah, that said, let's move into the next question or thing, which comes in from Diamond-64. This one has 10 upvotes, but it's way down here. Like, there have been some comments with 1 or 2 upvotes, so I'm sorry, Mr. Editor. If, you know, like, I thought it would be the same order each time, but it seems like it randomizes a bit. But Diamond-64 says, wow, I really like Ansaste. I hope you do this kind of content again. I really like it. Yeah, I really like the And series as well, the series that has definitely always been called And. I think we definitely will do something like it again. I think 2019, you'll see And come right back to us, maybe 2020. But there will be an And. It's going to come at you when you least expect it. It's going to be 3 AM on a Monday morning. Toycat will have been dead for 3 years, and then And will come out. Wait, that's a really fun idea, actually. Like, I've always got this, you know, there is a tiny chance you die every year of your life, right? Like, there is a tiny, you know, like this year, I might die. It's probably like a less than 1% chance, but there is a real chance I'm not here in a year, right? In 10 years, there's an even higher chance I'm dead. In 50 years, I'm definitely dead, right? Wait. In 70 years, I'm almost definitely dead. So, you know, like every year you have a tiny chance of death. I kind of want to just have like this video on my channel that I schedule for like, I guess a year is the max on YouTube. And every like year, we push it forwards a year, so that if I die, like randomly way after I'm dead, just me being sarcastic on a Q&A comes out. That's a really fun idea. I don't like this as an idea, but I really want to do it regardless, so let's go ahead and let's make that a thing I do, I guess. That's a terrible idea, actually. I've decided against that just now on the spot. So yeah, let's move to the next thing, which is from George Fleming, the never-ending update. Hey, that's a good one for the dimension. Commander Dookie says, you're my favorite person. Thank you, Mr. Commander Dookie. I don't know why the video where I just ignore people's questions and make up my own is the thing that made you decide that, but thank you very much anyway, Mr. Dookie man. I mean, he's got a picture of a dog as his profile picture, so he's a pretty trustworthy guy, and I appreciate that. That guy says, Capes Democracy and an underground update. You got me at democracy. Then we've got, wouldn't Minecraft movie be very outdated before it even comes out, because the updates they've been doing have been changing the game drastically, and they won't have time to add things every time a new update comes out. Yeah, this is one of the things, right? I think Minecraft has a game plan for the future now. But before that, if they start working on a movie now, then let's say the Cave and Combat update comes out, when they go into a cave, that needs to change. And although the visual effects can probably change in the background, because, you know, most of this is going to be actors doing generic Minecraft stuff, it does mean that they will have to update the movie every year, and some stuff might have to change. But I don't imagine it'll be a big thing, kind of like how Minecraft Story Mode. It's outdated, but it's not really about the blocks themselves. So yeah, it'll be outdated, but in the same way that this comment is outdated, Snap, I mean, like your profile picture's like Ronald McDonald, right? So, you know, that's an outdated thing. They don't use Ronald McDonald as a mascot anywhere outside of like Thailand as far as I can tell. But still, you have it as your avatar, and I don't know where this is going. You know, this is my will to live is running out here, and this is why I'm not answering every question, just as many as I can. Minecraft Expert Pro Skills says, Toycat, the Vsauce of Minecraft, but also the Mr. Beast of challenges. See, what challenges have I actually done? I like to just goof around and be like, what if stupid thing, but more stupid thing. But yeah, I appreciate this comment regardless. You know, this is what I aspire to be. I aspire to teach you as well as Vsauce does, but also to make as little sense as Mr. Beast does. And if that's what I can achieve, then that's clearly a good thing. I appreciate the compliment. It's not something I've ever thought about before, but I guess that I can see the parallels there in some way. And yeah, I'm a big fan of both those channels, so there's a nice thing. Austin Boetina says, Toycat throws 8 block away. 8 block, sad face. Toycat fans, sad face. Me, is that what the photo is meant to be? I've never known what like that sideways face is. There are so many emojis for faces that don't exist, and it's just like, what do you even do with that, you know? Anyway, with that said, hey, I have at least more guts than you, because I never subbed. Lol. Well, you know, let's ban this guy, block him right now. Next up, Q Saturday. Toycat just says questions without providing any answer to it. Get this right. What if we could remove the and from and day? From and, yeah. What if we remove the and from the and series? What if instead of answering your comments, what if instead of, you know, having those questions in there, what if it was just Toycat says some words, looks at a comment, and then responds to something unrelated to it, and then there's no video, it's all audio only, and we're on the moon for some reason? I actually can make that happen, right? Wait, look at this magic. We're now on the, wait, no we're not. We're now on the moon. Slightly, I don't have my green screen active. See, this is why we need the green screen, by the way. But if I just make myself really tiny, wait, look at this, wait, no, wait, I can do this, I can do this. Here I am, on the moon. Well, I am the moon, I guess. And then I'm not answering your questions. I'm just reading comments and then responding to different comments. And then, this is terrible. What have I done? What has this video become? So yeah, this is why, by the way, Q&As are usually not this long. The longer a Q&A goes on for, the less things tend to make sense as we go on. So we'll go through 3 more questions. We'll bring us up to a nice round 47. I don't know how many questions we've gone through today, actually. But we have Toycat, why do you not have a consistent face cam, but you have face cam just for when you get the Minecon live name right? I did it because I like the, I don't think face cam has a spot in every video. A lot of people hate looking at my face. I mean, why would you not hate looking at it? Like, what the heck's up with your face? Why is it lit on one side, not the other? That's because I've got a window over there and not a window over here because my house is like, it's like a really long rectangle. It's like this, I can like almost reach with both my hands. Actually, I can't, but my house is like maybe 2 people long if they're laying on their sides, like this way, but it's really long that way, so I've only got 1 window. You know, that's the reason why there's only 1 window. But like, you might look at the rest of it and be like, man, like, look at that. You cut yourself shaving so you can. It's like, yeah, I'm 23, but I still apparently can't shave correctly. Like okay, get this right. I'm just ranting about side notes here. But like, am I just shaving wrong? I never learned to shave. I never had that moment with my, you know, dad you see in the commercials or whatever. But like, I like believe I'm pretty good at shaving, and then 1 in every 100 times I just brutally cut myself. Like, and shaving cuts, if you've never shaved anything, they hurt. They're bad. I guess it's because it's literally putting a razor to your skin. I don't understand why that happens. If anyone wants to give me some shaving advice, let me know in those comments down below. But yeah, face cam isn't something everyone likes because not everyone wants to see my nose. Is it a big nose? I think it's bigger than average. Like, maybe a big nose is good to a certain degree. But like, a lot of people don't want to see a lot of people hate my hair. They're like, Toycat, you look like you haven't showered in forever, you're raining. And it's like, I mean, like, this is my hair. This isn't, like, you can say it's not showered looking, but I showered like 3 hours ago. Like, there's this just thing where like, people hate every single part of your appearance, and that's fine. Strangers hate strangers' appearance, but it also means at the same time, like, well, if strangers hate the appearance of strangers, then, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, give them that thing to do. Also, I just realized we could do this, like, green screen and this green screen at the same time. Ooh. See, how about we do face cam in every video, but it's like this. But yeah, people don't like to see the face cam usually, and the reason for that is inconclusive, I guess, but I'm probably contributing to it right now. And yeah, I usually don't do the face cam, but I like the idea of, like, I'm trying to experiment with, like, editing techniques that, you know, like, I think are fun. And I think just, like, randomly including face cam for, like, a big important point, I think that's something that might be a good idea. Or maybe it's not. I decided to turn it on and try out something, because Q&A Saturday, or And, as the series has always been known, is a fun series for that. Finally, last 2 questions. We're going to keep going until we get a stupid one. Jebboy Sivo says, I actually have an account with Bedrock capes. You could claim them in 2016. It really gives me some status. But they're not capes across your entire account, right? Then we've got Queen Sakara, who says, Q&A Saturday, hello, question mark. And this right here is, actually wait, we've got one more, which I like this because it's too perfect. Russian Spy says, all right, you heard the man, no more questions. My favorite kind of triangle is the right triangle. Let's be real here, the right type of triangle is, I think it's the isosceles, right? Scalene triangles, they're ugly. If you like scalene triangles, get out, unsubscribe. Even if you like my content, unsubscribe if you're a scalene triangle man. I am oh, woman, you know, scalene triangle person, let's be inclusive. But if you're a scalene triangle if you like scalene triangles, you're wrong. if you like right-hand triangles, you're mistaken, but you're still not quite there, because the isosceles, if I'm not mistaken, right, has a 60-degree angle on all three of its, its things. You can rotate that as many times as you like. It's exactly the same. It's a beauty. It is the triangle that all other triangles are jealous of, you know? And I'm just saying, if that's not your favorite type of triangle, Russian spy, then go back to spying on, I guess if you're a Russian spy, you spy on other countries. Go back to spying on other countries, Mr. Russian spy. So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's Q&A. Yeah, this was Q&A Saturday, right? I decided let's go back to a nice normal Q&A, except this one's 38 minutes apparently. But I decided let's go back to a normal-ish Q&A, and I hope you all enjoyed that little dive into as many comments as we could do. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer Q&A where we have like the fixed 8 to 10 questions, or did you like this where I just went for as many as I could until I felt like dying? You let me know. And the random week series is coming to you sometime in the next 1 to 500 days. Look forward to it, or don't. Who knows if it's even a thing? Who knows if this is a joke that I came up with right now, or it's a real video series? I don't know, you don't know, and that's the beauty of the internet in 2019. So yeah, thank you so much for watching today's Q&A video. If you did like it, you can like the video and let me know. Helps out the channel a lot. Let's know you do like this sort of thing. You can share it if you really liked it, and make sure you hit that notification bell, because again, I mean, like, realistically speaking, YouTubers who think that they're worth a notification on your phone with no further, like, prompts, it's a bit silly, right? However, what I think would be a fair response to this is like, hey, yeah, if you hit that bell, if you smash that notification bell, as all the YouTubers say, realistically, it probably helps me, just as much, if not more than it can help you, but it's a thing that you can do to guarantee that YouTube is more likely to show your stuff, because otherwise, if you want to take control of something for yourself, hit the bell. If you like what YouTube's doing for you, then don't hit the bell. It's already doing a good enough job, right? So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you did all enjoy it, because I'll see you all in day, which is coming somewhat soon, or maybe it's not coming at all. This video was too much of a joke to take anything serious by, right? Like, my eyes are a llama. What can you assume from anything that I say right now? Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching, because I'll see you all next time.